chance me. Just take a look at my rap sheet. Independent, many so can't stand me. Won't stop till I got me a Grammy, a crib with a leg and a whip for my granny. I ain't never had me no plan B. Look at me now, got a problem, get at me.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Well, what a fun battle this should be. Washington and Dallas, traditional rivals, underway here on Thanksgiving Day. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. When you look at this defense, in that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 15. A big play here for Dallas. 49 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Here's Lance. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10.
52.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, that's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the offense, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962. They sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening. But how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
They'll set up the screen for Gibson. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And now the punter trusts Way as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing his Lance on third down. That caught by the rookie tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Lance to throw on second down here. And his throw is incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it's third down. You talk about this Washington defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
First down, how to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
Here's 2nd and 10. Second down, Hal back to pass. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. On first down, Lance. Well, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
And he's got it. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This defense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. Now a hit and a loose football. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 81 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give running right is Vaughn. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. And our statistician, Ben Ramsar, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss rolling in the 1st quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now, because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme, come up with something. Make sure you block him, because he's disrupting everything.
So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So a great first quarter continues here as they add on to that lead.
And Brandon, I think it sets up what's going to be an important drive, because it's now 17-0. So the other guys, they got to figure out something quick before this game gets away from them.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 17-0 our score after 1. Well, Hal's going to mix it up here. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006, and usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
from the gun on third down. Howell. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Trying to run for it with Pollard. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. First down, and it's Pollard again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Washington on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shot the D and rip off a pretty big play. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Trey Lance, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Powell sliding down, and he picks up the first on that play. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Faking the handoff, Howell. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Third and long. Here's Howell. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Tressway now. Standing just outside his own goal line. Taken at the 46. Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
To throw, it's Lance. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Working from the gun, Lance. Swinging this out for Pollard. And it's a fumble. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. On first and 10, here's Lance. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamin Davis, and the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 5. Howell, he'll look to throw it. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. They'll go play action. Howell. That's out wide here for Robinson. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This 2nd and 4. Another throw for Howell. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Okay, ready? The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Gets this out quickly to Dotson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit, but how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing here, Howell. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. Howell running right on the option. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Robinson again. And this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Robinson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Now Joey Sly for the point after. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Running right, it's Pollard. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Complete, it's Dodson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Robinson will try to pick it up. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go. It's Gibson. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
22 needle.
Now Lance throwing on 2nd down. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Lance now on 1st down. That's dumped off to Pollard. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. Option play, here's Pollard. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
He had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Remember, they have won 3 straight. Beginning to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Second down, Howell back to pass. And his throw's going to be incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. You just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On third down, Robinson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they got to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it with Robinson. And they can't bring him down. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on 4th down. On first down, Howell. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas from 21 yards away. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Slide for the PAT. And that will cut this lead down to 13. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. And now they're in the hurry-up. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Malik Hooker, and the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing now is Lance. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Well, this one into the hands of Vaughn. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Partner, normally double coverage is reserved for receivers and tight ends, but this time they actually targeted the running back with it, and it still wasn't enough. He attacked the defense and got in a great position to haul in the catch and get a nice gain out of it.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
17.
Lance looking to throw it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Howell to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So the Cowboys now bringing the offense out there to go for 2. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking up one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
On the set.